is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor girl. Lord, me, I know that I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Well, tell my baby sister not to do what I have done.
It's a mature gold. We finally found the mature deer.
That house down in New Orleans, they call the rising sun. There is a house down in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor girls. Lord, me, I know
Guys, we just made it. Pheasant Lodge. We are out in Colorado, I'll give you that much. You guys know, good buddy Luke Torkelson from Weatherby. We just got to see, if you're watching this right now, the new Weatherby rifles are out, and we're gonna dive into that. That's kind of why we're out here, is to shoot these new rifles, and Luke's gonna dive into more of the concept behind the new rifles. But we got Luke, we got Mac. You guys know Mac.
They call me the Logan of Weatherby.
That's the guy.
We're going to go around the table and introduce everyone. We've got a very eclectic group of people, which I'm excited about. So start here with Laden.
So publisher of North American Whitetail, Gundog, and Wildfowl. So work as the general manager of those content brands, and then play around on North American Whitetail TV as producer and co-host there as well. So got quite a bit going on.
Cool, Sam. I like that. My name's Sam. I'm Director of Operations for Infinite Outdoors. We are a DIY tech-based platform for all things big game, small game. I'm here with Sam Seeton.
Uncool Sam.
Uncool Sam is the official name. I'm one of the founders and CEO of Infinite Outdoors, and pretty much just find excuses to hunt and find tasks for a big fella here to do.
It's a big fella and cool Sam.
What's the short version of what Infinite Outdoors does?
It's a platform to connect ranchers and private landowners with DIY hunters and fishermen, all from a mobile app. So it's a tech advanced version of like Airbnb, but just for hunting and fishing properties.
The way Luke explained it to me, when he told me about it, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think about that idea? It's great. But Airbnb for hunting properties is, to me, what is, and it's amazing. So this is all a property, right? Yep. On Infinite Outdoors, and we're going to go experience that tomorrow. We have 3 of us have tags in our pockets. Whitetail or mule deer? I heard 200 or bust is the number I heard getting thrown around. I don't know if that's right or not.
Both species.
We're going to stick to that for at least 6 hours tomorrow.
Till lunch.
Till lunch. Good morning, good afternoon. How are we, guys? It is 5:50. No, 6:12. We're 12 minutes late. Plan is to go out and glass for some mule deer / whitetail. They're saying it's a pretty like 50-50 split. So these tags are good for either or, whitetail or mule deer, and it's about a 50-50 split where we're at. So chances of finding a really nice mule deer and a really nice whitetail are very high. We've got 3 shooters. We decided Laden is up. Right, Laden? You feeling it? We're gonna let Laden take the first crack as soon as he misses or decides not to shoot. Me and Luke are gonna be right there backing him up. Just kidding, he's not gonna miss. He's a really good shot. I heard he's like one of the best in northern Missouri. So let's go jump in Old Blue. Spotted the first buck of the trip, little mule deer buck. So obviously it's late season, mostly post rut, especially for the whitetails. We heard rumor that the mule deer are rutting around a little bit, but definitely food sources are going to be like the hot spot. And there's pretty much all just agriculture out here. You know, corn obviously is a giant one for them right now. It probably has the highest protein out of anything. This is a winter wheat field, which is really good. So we're just kind of concentrating on all these different little spots of food sources. And then, you know, they go in bed in these like dry creek beds or any sort of elevation you can find where they can kind of get out of eyesight is where they're going to be hiding out for the day. But we're seeing deer, that's good.
It's substantially colder than I anticipated it being today. It said 50. It's not 50 right now. Nose is running. Got my sweet down glassing bits. Instantly better. It feels like instantly better. Immediately. Yeah, let's just hang out here now. You can use them to wipe your sweat with here in about 2 hours. The downside is that it's not like the softness on the nose, but it's good. So we saw a deer with some friends, but our friends have not resurfaced from the row of trees. But it's already encouraging. First stop, and there's deer moving about. So I feel like that's good.
Just glassing up some bucks. These guys said it's about a 50-50 split whitetail to mule deer out here.
Is he?
So far, I think it's
Oh, sure not.
100% mule deer. I'm okay. I'm a mule deer guy.
It's cool. It looks like he's got decent force.
We're just driving around all these different pieces they have leased up and trying to find the right one. I like the program out here though. Like, you can obviously glass deer from the road, but he said if you want to find the big ones, you're gonna have to hike into some of these areas that are a little far off the road that don't see a lot of people or a lot of traffic. So we're kind of in between the spots, but we figured we'd stop and look at these deer. There's a nice deer in there. I don't think he's a first day shooter, but it's tall. I think he has a big heart, and I think he has lots of friends, so not all that bad.
Like I said, it would be nice to be able to see what those antlers are on body-wise. Give us some relative size.
I know. It's got some cool bases on him, doesn't it?
Does he?
Like, yes, Mike.
Luke, what do we got?
Yeah, pretty cool. We got a whitetail buck that is bedded in the only remotely tall grass around. We can't really see his whole body, so we're having a hard time getting a real solid judgment. Looks like he's got some mass. He might be a hair narrow, but it's a mature buck. That's all we know.
It went from 15 to 120 real fast. Talking about temperature-wise. It was freezing this morning. Had like 6 layers on. Now I'm down to 2 and I'm still sweating. But seen a lot of deer, man. It's been fun. We've only really hit two spots, so the plan is just keep hitting other areas. And the nice thing about it is definitely an area you can hunt all day. They might be bedded, but the chances of finding a bedded deer out here are are high, especially in comparison to like high country areas we hunt in Idaho, Utah. The grass is only about 3 feet high, so I think if we spend our time behind the glass, we'll be able to see some shiny antler tips sticking up. And plan is to get close to some good food sources, some winter wheat, some corn, and then look into like the little draws and valleys and CRP and see if we can't find them bedded.
Bah. Bah. Dude, you killed a buck.
Yeah,
good job, man. Hell yeah.
Well, we were gonna hit one more spot here before lunch, and they've got a little bedding area here that's off of the side of a big cornfield. And we were talking with the Sams, and they said, hey, this is an area where we pick up a lot of deer quite often. We like to sit down here midday and chill. So we came over the hill, and there's a windbreak right here of cedars, and we bumped a doe, and then another doe, a doe and a fawn pair, and they ran down into this main drainage here, and then they kicked up another 6 does and fawns with them, and the whole time they just kept looking back, and we never saw anything else. And as we started to move on and they moved on up over the hill, this guy came out of the ditch, and what he had done is just basically hugged that ditch and got some separation between him and the does just for safety purposes. And he came up on the hill, and we had a long shot. I took a long shot, and I just didn't do my job. I pulled off of him, hit low. Watched him come into this cut, and we knew he had to have stopped right here somewhere, and we walked right up on him, not even 100 yards, and he was right there bedded. And so just had to wait him out. When he stood up, we put one through his heart, and I put one more in him just in case, and he is now dead up on the hill, it looks like. So a little bit of a rodeo, man. Sometimes they don't always go like you want them to.
Second morning in Colorado, out looking for deer again today. Laden shot a great whitetail yesterday, and then in the afternoon we saw one mule deer buck, not a shooter, and hopefully today we can find another one. And Casey and I are both on the gun today. We'll see what happens.
And like I was saying yesterday, these deer love to feed in the fields, and then they love to go in bed in any sort of like depression or anything that they can feel like they can kind of get down in and out of sight. So there's this, what would we call this, a canyon? No?
A draw.
A draw, a small draw that runs basically like, it runs a long ways, but Luke and the other crew are going to come in from the south. We're going to come in from the north and kind of meet in the middle, but it's like 4 miles we're going to be hunting. But there's all this corn up above, and there's even some standing corn, which there's not a lot of standing corn out here, so we feel like they're going to be in the corn at night and then come down into this draw to bed during the day. So we're going to hunt from the outsides in and meet in the middle, and hopefully maybe push a deer by Luke, or Luke push a deer by us. So I've got the new Weatherby MDT. I'm shooting, this is in the 6.5 RPM, which we've been shooting a lot this year, but I'm super stoked about this gun, man. It just feels dangerous. Model 307 from Weatherby, brand new. Liking this a lot.
That's pretty neat. Found the little epoxy. Well, this is the closest thing to a deer we found in that field. Been in there, I'd say 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Found in 3 parts. You found 2 of the parts. He
Yeah,
found 1.
yeah. I found the base in that the G2. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know that I've ever seen a shed in pieces like that before.
I haven't found them like that, like a match set.
Great idea, losing the jacket.
What a fun hike.
I'm gonna take the guns for a walk, keeps them happy, keeps them from shooting up places.
You know, we really just wanted to take the new Weatherby 307 on a hike, and that's what we did. You got to see some absolutely gorgeous country, you know, explore the cornfield, see some places that deer should be. Overall, I think it was a good experience for him. You know, there'll be a lot more experiences like that coming up for him, but you know, that was a good first. So, no deer, but we can check that one off the box, right?
Yeah,
and then
now we don't have to waste our time on it tomorrow.
Yeah, we only have like 86 more boxes we got to check. He's tall and he might be wide.
But he was running actively away from us. I don't know. He is smelling a doe right
Yeah. Everybody to get closer to him.
Guys, it's been a pretty slow day for deer activity. Did some things this morning where we thought we were gonna find some deer and just didn't. It was it's the best looking country I've been in so far, and there was just more deer in there. So very similar to elk. You find deer where you find deer, or deer or where you find them, or wherever you want to say, but we just didn't find them. We did just happen across some, it looked like some mule deer does, like 12 does and a buck. Buck is doing some rutting things. What do you think there, Mr. Luke?
Well, I would say that even though we just saw at least a dozen deer, we've still seen more coyotes than we have deer today.
I think we should maybe get into running a trap line next year out here.
Yeah, I think between the coyotes, the size of that really cool moon right now, I think that's
Not helping?
Not helping. You guys have the hats for a trap line.
We have hats for
They're
anything
just
pretty much.
good
that's,
hats,
you know,
really.
doing bad BA things.
we have 42 minutes of
all?
hunting time today.
The problem with late season hunts is last shooting light is 4:48. Let's go try to get a better look at this thing.
There's a road directly south of
Let's
us.
go. Dude, grab my phone. Just make sure that eyepiece isn't twisted in. Still rolling? The eyepiece. Right through here. Dude, he's like heavy. Yeah, we caught him.
Can we go kill him?
Yeah, he's on ours.
What? Text Luke, tell him to get over here and go kill this thing. Dude, look through this thing with your eye and watch him. He's like big like bass or something up top.
He's what?
Just look at him and tell me what you think. His tops are really weird. We're about 900 yards from those deer. We finally caught up to him, got in front of him, and he's like narrow, but it's like super heavy. It has something weird, it's like he splits on his fronts and he kind of goes back, and he's just like, to me it looks like this. I don't know. He's not a like old deer or like a giant deer, but he's kind of goofy. Let's convince Luke to shoot him, and we'll know what he is. He's not giant, but he's really weird. Shoot him. You have your gun already. I don't know where mine's at. He's like really like heavy on top or something.
Well, you're also in slow-mo. You could bump your shutter speed down if you switch.
24 frames. What's that light mean?
Dude, we're late. The sun's already come up. Guys, good morning, good afternoon. How are we? It is day 3 of our hunt out here in Colorado. I have an idea. It's gonna change things. Laden here. Say hi to Laden real quick. Flash over to Laden. Laden left. Anyway,
I was like, Laden's not here.
we have 2 tags still in our pockets. Our good buddy Laden, who was there, it's not there anymore, killed a deer. Me and Luke are like, oh, I don't know about that one. So what I decided to do anyway is we're gonna eat beef. Good old beef today. And I think what's gonna happen is that once we eat this beef, we're gonna be like, that stuff sucks. We need some venison, and then we're gonna start killing deer. That's my idea. But we're gonna make some Mississippi pot roast, the old-fashioned way, in a crock pot. I'm assuming there's a new way to do it, but I don't know what that is yet.
I guess the new way would be in sous vide. Yeah, went to the grocery store last night and I'm like, hey, I'll throw in help with dinner tomorrow.
What's happening out there?
We've got a dense fog advisory, so that's kind of cool. It goes for like the next 3 hours, so literally can't see anything outside.
I just went to stash some stuff in my truck, and it's humid, windy, cold, and crazy foggy. All in our favor for finding big deer today.
Really helps with the glassing. So. We'll see.
We shall see.
So we're coming back to a spot we checked the very first day. It's just a quick walk, but there's a winter wheat field back in these drove of trees, and there was some mule deer in it the first time we went and checked it. But what we've noticed over the last couple days is the mule deer really like the winter wheat, so we're gonna go back in here and check it and see if there's any big bucks in there.
Seriously, not a bad buck, dude.
Guys, the day was decent. I mean, we saw a lot of deer. We saw probably 30 deer, $10, but really we've just been waiting to come back and eat Mississippi pot roast. Turned out good. Boys are eating some sandos. We're gonna get some pot roast in our bellies.
Turned out so good.
Luke liked it. And make a plan for tomorrow. We have 2 more days still. We gotta kill some deer. We got off to a real quick start. Laden killed the buck first day. We're like, oh, 1 down, 2 to go. Now, 48 hours later, we haven't killed any more bucks. So we need to get killing. Tomorrow though. Tomorrow's the day. Pull down there, walk over the top. Can we have this for sure? Sam Island. Oh, you don't hear it? Best. Saw a group of 5 and there's 2 little bucks, 3 does, so we kept trying to move around this hill of glass further down the field, and sure enough there was a shooter, but when we did that we kind of exposed ourselves, so these deer, they're onto us, but it's so wide open out here. That's the biggest struggle, is trying to get close enough to get a shot without busting everything out in the country. So I think the play is just to sit down and hopefully let them feel comfortable, or if they feed over the hill, give them some time to feel comfortable,
and then we go and get in on close on them. Nice thing is, there's not too many places for them to hide out here, so you can watch them from a long ways.
Did I hit him?
You're high. Back down. He's gonna die, dude. Yeah. That first shot was great. Dead buck.
Woo! Holy crap. Dang, boy.
You feel like an army man?
That was a grind. Dude, well, you come out here not knowing what to expect, Eastern Plains, you know, and we kill a buck literally the first 3 hours we're out here. So me and Luke are like, heck yeah. Well, 4 days later, we haven't seen a shooter until just now. All I can say is this Model 307, and this is the 6.5 RPM Weatherby, shoots really well. We had a pretty good headwind coming in at us, just at 500 yards. MOA called for up 5.9, dialed exactly 5.9, shot him in his bed. I know some people are silly and don't think you should shoot animals in their bed. I disagree highly. Shoot an animal the very most comfortable way you possibly can. The animal's comfortable, I'm comfortable. Shot him, he got up and died.
Dude, that first shot was money.
Woo!
Dead buck.
Heck
Good job,
yeah.
bro. Heck of a shot.
Let's go, dude.
Shot him in his bed. I know people are against that, I'm not.
Hell no. Nice work, buddy.
Heck yeah, that was fun.
Last morning of the hunt. So we're trying to get Luke, find Luke a buck. What we've noticed is we typically see majority of the deer, majority of the bucks when we're out hiking. I think most people would think that you could glass most of this from the roads, but a lot of this country you can't see from the roads. You just gotta walk in a little bit. Seems like all the deer kind of like know how to get in between the roads and out of view. So I don't know if this is the one though. How are you feeling about this?
It is a nice deep draw. It's good protection from wind and other things, but there's a lot of road noise too.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed.
Let's see. We're close to that feedlot. It's a lot of cow noise.
I wouldn't want, if I was a deer, I wouldn't want that as my ambiance sound, you know?
It doesn't put you in your deer zen place.
No, definitely not.
Okay. More deer.
It just appeared.
It did. Oh, there they are. Up on the horizon. The buck skyline barely.
Yeah, dude, that's a sweet pod. No,
It's about to cross that road.
Then we need to sprint back once they press over.
Dang, Matt, get that shot.
He's tall.
dude, he's got some trash on him.
We should probably go towards that road.
Wait, let's sprint over here because they're gonna come out this draw. I bet.
They're right below that. Our spirit horse, dude. They did cross the road.
Did they?
Yeah, they're headed up.
So they're
towards
heading
that
up
horse.
towards that,
They're gonna drop right down.
which we can still hunt. So we need to.
Bridges.
Yeah. So I think let's go over here. They're going to want to get to that CRP in that thicker cover. They don't like being in the open.
Just about the time we thought that we weren't gonna find anything in that draw, we must have bumped them because doe skylined, and then pulled my binoculars up and we saw a big buck. He's definitely a shooter. He's tall, mass, all the things really. It's a first day shooter, and being that it's the last day, we're gonna try to find them, but went the complete opposite way, so we're trying to hustle, cut him off.
Looks good. I'm good.
Oh, dude. Looked like a money shot, Luke.
He's hurting.
I think he's dying, dude.
He didn't move.
No, you center punched his shoulder, dude.
I think he's dead.
I think it's a dead buck, bro.
Dude. That happened real fast. Oh my gosh. These deer were in a really good spot. The does are still just watching us, but I just shot. That played out really hard. We bumped these. We bumped this buck with these does, and oh my gosh. We just walked like 2 miles trying to get to these guys.
That was a freaking heck of a shot.
Oh my goodness. I'm kind of reeling still. Look at all of them on the hillside there.
Dude, they didn't even freak out when you shot.
Did I shoot the wrong buck? There's another big buck over there.
Dude, I think that's
I think that's the actual buck we were trying to shoot.
You freaking smashed him, dude.
He was pretty good, I thought.
I thought so too. There's 3 point. You shot a 4-point.
Look, give me a bonus buck setup.
Head down. He's coming at us.
Hold on, don't shoot yet. Okay, whenever you're ready. You already chambered it, right? Yeah, it's chambered. Doe right behind him. Don't shoot the doe.
Drilled him, dude.
He's hurt bad. He just did a backflip.
Nice shot, Robert.
All right. What?
Drilled him, bro.
Robert, man. That was pretty wild.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Doubled up on bucks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No, we just got 2 bucks at that one spot there.
Glad it happened.
He's got a little kicker on him.
This is a pretty crazy way to wrap up a pretty fun week of hunting.
No kidding, that was wild.
It's been a really good season for me, for Weatherby. We've been all over the country, it feels like, hunting deer, but this was a unique one in that we did public land, we've done private land like with permission, but with you guys' platform on Infinite Outdoors, we book through you guys and it gives us access to like multiple areas of private land. Yeah, it's really cool. And then on the last day, we bumped a really big buck, and we chased and chased and chased, and 2 miles later I thought we found the big buck bedded in the shadows. I shot this great buck, and then we saw the big boy head out, and I've never done that before, but I think it happens.
Still beautiful.
We just could not see that buck, and there was does everywhere, so there was a group of deer that the group we were chasing that had 1 buck with them had 2 bucks in it. So I shot this guy and no one left, and I wasn't even shooting suppressed. Like, it was big boom, what's happening?
then all those echoes off every single canyon wall. They're like, what?
I think that must have been it. They were very confused about what was going on. Casey, you're
From where I was, I sat back from where I was. They thought the noise was coming from up the canyons. They kept looking up the canyons, and that's where I kept looking up the canyon trying to find out where the buck you shot was. But yeah, they had no idea what was going on.
And all the while you're watching the big boy thinking I missed.
Yeah, I was like, man, that tough luck. Missed the big guy. And he just runs out of our lives forever, you know? But you kill a great buck.
No, I'm still pumped. I'm disappointed in myself for not even considering, because it felt like it went down for 20 minutes trying to figure out how we could get close enough to pull a shot off, because there's so many does looking at us. And that was even stressful for us because we backed off to not have as many people on the funnel. I'm like, oh my God, like they gotta be close. There were 2 spots back there that we just had to cross quickly. Like they can see us. Okay. Yeah. There's no other way, and got aggressive in the end to try to get up on the flat area and got in a shooting position. Could not see the biggest one, apparently.
Well, you know, it's funny, it's so flat out here, but these deer get really good at using any sort of topography they can find to hide themselves, and that's exactly what happened. This buck was just around this little tiny hill, but he's probably bedded in that spot, you know, 100 times before, but, you know, you don't think it, like, you think you can see everything out here, but all this little topography is what these deer use, and that's what he did.
Yeah, they were all tucked in. Like the roads are all grids, right? So it's like north and south roads, and then east and west roads, and
Mile by mile cuts.
Yeah, just big sections. And you can glass from the road, and you might catch them traveling. But all the bucks that we killed were bedded in a place that you could not see them.
Right in between all the roads.
So
have to put some miles on the boot.
Yeah, I sure worked 3.5 miles in today.
Yeah,
putting a play on these guys, and we put a little effort in for yours and Laden's earlier in the week. So really, we got 4 good bucks in 5 days of solid hunting. Then
saucy, not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Really cool. I love what Infinite's doing. How can people find out more?
Yeah, so we're a mobile app platform, so you can always just download the app on the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you know, operates essentially like, I don't know, a more tech advanced version of Airbnb, only it's ranchers getting access to hunting and fishing. Yep. So you can get the app right there, or you can go to infiniteoutdoorsusa.com and just see the desktop version. It has a few more FAQ pages and whatnot. Follow us on social media at infiniteoutdoors_USA.
Casey, thanks, man.
Thank you for the invite, man. This has been a fun hunt. It's definitely a little bit out of our wheelhouse, you know, hunting this open country, but
right.
It just adds a little bit, you know, to the hunt. It's been fun. It's been an absolute blast. But yeah, I love what you guys are doing with Infinite Outdoors, freeing up some private land for hunters and fishermen to go out and enjoy our wild lands.
Yeah, so absolutely. Appreciate you guys coming out, and glad it was a successful hunt for everyone.
Well, we're loaded and head for the truck. The nice thing is all these bucks that we've killed have been right in between, like right in the middle of all the roads. But it's always only like a mile and a half hike out. So got 2 quarters and some loose meat. Everyone's got some meat on their backs. Hauling 2 deer out at one time. That's always means a successful hunt.